to thank the grace of heaven, virtues of masters, grand predecessor, transmitters, and all of you for giving me the chance to continue this topic. So if anyone doesn't have it from the last time, I have a few extra copies. Does anyone need it? And so I kind of decided we could make this a game last time. So if everyone can take out a piece of scrap paper. There's one here. You can use scrap paper. Can you get the pens and paper, scrap paper? Yeah, so we're going to rip them up into 8 pieces, 8 quadrants. And then we're going to write, -1, -1 plus. It says on the top of the paper how many demerits you could possibly get per, misconduct. And so we're going to try to guess what we think is the correct answer by holding up our sign. And then at the end, I'll tell everyone the correct answer that the recording angel shared with us. Thank you. Everyone have a pen? If you missed the first 19, I believe, then I can give you the answer sheet at the end. Yeah, it should be 8. Okay.
We're gonna make it.
Yeah, so you're gonna make the table. You can rip the papers and then write the number of demerits that you might get. And then when we read each one, we're gonna guess how many demerits it'll be. Yeah. You can make them smaller too. It's okay. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, I do that. Does anyone have any questions on how this is going to work? There's an extra one here. You can have this one. Do you need this? You guys have anyone? This one you can have. Yeah, so you write -4 demerits or -1 demerits, -10, And then we're going to guess how many demerits per misconduct. So I'll give 5 more seconds and then we'll just start. So to review, -1 plus means, in Chinese, it's 有过. So it's depending on how severe our misconduct was for that specific one, then you can get potentially up to many demerits. Do you need it to write on? Are you okay? Okay, so let's start with number 19. You want to read number 19, Vivian?
Open home temple, but kids do not participate or help.
So those who open a home temple, but the kids that are in the family do not help with the temple, like cleaning or doing the incense, how many demerits is that? What do we think? What do you guys think? -1. Yes. Oh, -1 per instance. Right? So it's each time the kids don't help with the cleaning or wake up to do the incense, then it's minus a demerit. Yeah. Okay. You want to read number 20, Cindy?
Others encourage us to go to temple, but we do not go.
What do you guys think? Number 20? Yeah, -1. Ashley, you want to read the next one?
We for credit.
So this means, we only come to temple or only clean because we're getting merits from the Buddhas. We don't do it because it's sincere in our heart. We always want more merits, and we maybe 抢来抢去, is that right? You. Oh, okay. So if somebody, for example, if we introduce someone to the DAO, but then they decide another person says they want the credit, they write themselves as an introducer or something like that. For example. How many demerits do we think that is? -2? -1 per instance, though, right? So each time we keep making this misconduct, then it's it's a demerit, right?
So 那个渡人啊，temple land 渡 right? For some people we cannot just bring them to temple. Okay? So like death or cannot because previous life. Yeah, there is something.
Someone is born with these handicaps. If they have the handicap after they were born, then you can't. But if they're born with the handicap,
Because the one time when I was new dog member, I went to one of temple. At that time, sent channel in very often, every week. Okay? And then one time, the sent our holy teacher did not want to do it. Standing there for a long time. And then after that, they found out that there's one guy who couldn't cope. So after that, career, let him go. And then because why? Because handicapped experience like they use sand to earn money, to make money. Okay? Or they say bad thing about sand or heaven's way.
Any questions? Okay. So, I don't know, do we go over the point? For greedy for credit, it's -1. If we're greedy, we argue with other people and we want to take the credit. That's -1. Okay.
而且你那个 translation 你要放到那个渡人界的那你随便乱渡。
Okay, so for number 21, we can include and write in. It includes bringing the wrong people to come receive the Tao, I guess, right? So we have to be very mindful in all of our actions.
Do you mean that we only propagate that to good people and not?
I think it also means, if we just bring people, because when we bring people, we are guaranteeing Buddhas that these are good people, right? So if we're just looking to get credit, and we bring anyone and everyone, we don't even, bother to check their background or what kind of person they are, then that's not sincere on our part as well, right? So it really depends on our heart, and we do things not for the credit, but because we want to help them. So we have to guarantee Buddhas, the guarantor introducer, they have to guarantee that this is a good person that you're bringing to the temple, right?
But also, the introducer also has to take responsibility for that person that they brought to receive the Tao, on how they cultivate too. Because you can't just say, oh, I bring people in, and then you don't care about how they cultivate. You see, that's a responsibility. You just say, I just bring people in, the rest I don't care. That's wrong. That's not really an introducer. Then you're not really truly right? You're not really helping them, right? You also have a responsibility. That's why it's very important. It's from in to in, right? They say in to in, from the beginning to the end. You are responsible. You're not just responsible in the beginning, and then for the rest you don't care. Really, the introducer's responsibility doesn't end after you bring that person to the temple to receive your treasures. And you say, after that, you don't care? That's not right. Right? That's not right.
40 years ago, 40 or 50 years ago, whoever has the job, a haircut, they cannot very strict. Right now it's not. 因为那个身体法不受之父。 That's what I think.
So we're not supposed to cut our hair.
No, that's the old days. Old days, yeah.
So you guys have the lady with the braids. Yeah.
It just means in the past, it was very strict on who can come to temple, who can cultivate. And now we're very lucky that everyone can come, as long as we have the heart and sincerity to come cultivate, anyone can come. But back in the old days, it was very strict on who can go to temple and who can receive the Tao. Right, not everybody, but now a lot of us, why so many of us are here and we're all from different walks of, life. So, it's like old days. Yeah, like in the past, you're not supposed to. People who cut people's hair.
People who cut their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those people cannot Those people cannot
But that's not true anymore, though, right? Yeah, the past.
Elders can't receive Tao.
It's just because it's not like a true. They're not like true to themselves, right? I guess.
So philosophical.
Yeah. Those who are heterosexual, like, receive
The
Tao.
butcher.
So therefore you're 23 doesn't really apply.
Yeah.
whoever created
I don't know. Okay. Any more questions? Right.
There's Kai. There's guns.
So they're just saying those who do not follow the path of their true nature, right? We do things against our true nature. Those people are very much like harder for them to receive the Tao and cultivate. Okay. So Carrie, can you read number 23? So can someone explain what that might mean? Now, I know that in this day and age is not always applicable to everything, but Dr. Shi, you want to explain that one?
This is a little controversial because I know
Yeah.
in school we cannot say girls and boys and so forth. All of that stuff we do anymore because of all this.
You can't say girls and boys anymore. So what do you say?
Children.
Oh, I see.
And so because
Transvest, yeah, LGBT, those.
Power. Now they're changing all these things. Boys cutting their hair, so this is very difficult.
No, but
That's current society is becoming that way.
Oh, yes.
That's not necessarily right. Right, so they've lost kind of certain moral, ethical, type of way of doing things. So the Tao, if you're going to cultivate, then you have to follow the proper way. It's not like just following what society does necessarily, because that could be the wrong thing. So we can't always follow. Society isn't. They're like lemmings, everyone's going to fall off a cliff. You want to go with them? No, we can't. We have to follow what's proper. And so yeah, we have to look at the part, right? I mean, for them to long hair look like a woman from behind, it's like, well, yeah, it's not.
Just because you have
Some societies in Singapore.
Right, so it's not your heart. It's all this is there.
Yeah, they do.
India too.
Yeah.
Thailand.
I'll add that.
But those are cultural things.
Even the rock singers, they will make up, right? With eyeliner. The rock singers, actors do that.
Many people that appear on TV, those anchors,
Yeah. They all have makeup on.
That's different. I'm talking about like
Normal.
Like even in business,
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
when I used to work, I used to do some visitors from Singapore, and they told us beforehand, you can comment that, be aware that they're gonna have makeup, the men will have lipstick and stuff like that, and makeup. That's their culture, that's the way they do it.
I think this goes
Actually, the men put the lipstick.
in Thailand too. Thailand.
In Asia.
Yeah. In Thailand, it's very common to see that. But I think this goes back. It's not saying a lot of these things sound very straightforward, but I think each of these have other meanings behind them, right? So even though it says specifically hair, it really means, as I was saying earlier, it's like we got to do things on the path of our true nature. If we were born a girl and then we decide, that's not what I want to do, I'm not happy with what God gave me, then that's also something that's against our true nature, right? Does that make sense? Okay. I think I skipped 22, but the 23, let's go over. What do you guys think the demerit is? Yeah, good. -1. You guys are very good at this. Okay. So let's go back to 22 because I skipped that by accident. Evelyn, can you go over 22?
Change our mind about Tao.
So this means like those who are already in temple or hear about the Tao, but they decide they don't want to follow that path anymore. They get confused and don't think Tao is the best. So what do we think? -5.
I say -5 because we have 15 is like this is sort of
Okay, that's a good guess though, but it's -1 because number 15 was -5, but that's because they went to go get baptized or they found a new path, a new leader almost, I think. So
It's more severe.
yeah, right.
Number 15 is the most extreme one of number 22. See, 22 is very general, very broad, very just general, right?
Right. I think it's okay to have questions about the Tao, but it's we gotta remember is that our karma is behind us, and they're trying to confuse us and try to get us to stop getting on this path of the Tao. So we must not let them, win.
So after we see the Tao, we cannot go to the church or anything.
You cannot get baptized. You cannot.
Not get baptized.
Right.
What about this?
It's not saying that you should not go to these other houses of worship, but if you understand Tao is the truth, then you shouldn't need, that extra other stuff that you don't, it means you're a little bit confused about what the Tao is doing, right? Is that fair to say? Yeah. Okay. So number 24, lecturer Shi. Just read it.
24. Failure and squander parents.
But is this before or during the time of the parents' life or after their
Well, I think this just means squander, like you waste it away, right? So it doesn't matter if your parents are here or not here, we're just wasting, and we're not, the hard-earned money of your parents, right? So, so the recording angel specifically said those who are not working and spend their parents' money and they're just wasting their own life, but then waste all their parents' hard-earned efforts, right? So what do we think? So -2, -10, -5. This one is -5. Yeah, that was a good guess. Yeah, because Buddha said filial piety is like the biggest thing that we can do. If we're not filial, then that's not the Tao, right? So that's the foundation of the Tao. Okay, number 25. Laura, you want to read number 25?
Our friends but never treat our parents.
I think this one's interesting because Buddha said this recently too, and then they say, our friends treat us out once and we rush to go treat them back, take them to dinner. But how many in our lifetime, how many dinners and lunches and breakfasts did our parents treat us to and we don't rush to treat it back? This one, -1. Yeah. So it's per instance, right? So maybe it could be more than that really, but this is a reminder for us that every action we do or non-action we do, misconduct is also a demerit. Okay.
Well, doctrines ask us to come, but we do not. Doctrines ask us to remember, but we refuse.
Yeah. Mama, you want to add on to that? Explain that one a little bit? You want to explain number 26 a little bit?
It's the wrong one.
You know, sometimes the producer or the house manager keep calling us, but we don't want to come. Or ask us, like one of the temple master, when they asked her to talk about the treasures. When people receive that, he does not want to get scared.
What do you guys think? -2 for this one. -2. Yeah. So it means if you have this Tao knowledge that you can share with everyone, but you don't want to, you refuse to help others on the cultivation path. Okay. Virginia, you want to read 27? She did. Right, lazy, or you need someone else to motivate you. -1. I think this is helpful to know because sometimes we don't know the measurement of what Buddhas are using. Okay, so number 28. Yeah. So this is talking about, all these hints that the Buddhas keep giving us, and, calamities in the world, and all these disasters or, bad things that keep happening in the world. These are all warnings for us, yet we, refuse to believe it, right? What do we think? -1. Yeah. But remember, all of these are per instance. So if we keep having a similar thought, it could be more demerits than just one, right? So number 29. So this meaning, like we come to temple and we try to sell things to people and we try to make their money, right? Is that what that means? It's like it's not clean. Your money and your business not clean. That's different, yeah. This is like you're earning for personal.
It's not like selling moon.
Yeah, it's like.
It's not like when we sell mooncake.
Well, that depends too, because if you're trying to help someone, you maybe have some sort of like a doctor and you have medicine that you can help somebody. If you're trying to not make their money, but you're trying to help them, that's also different, right? From someone who I want to make this person's money and try to take everybody's money. That's not sincere. That's not kind, right? So in temple, we want to try to keep it as clean as possible. Don't try to make people's money at temple, right? Okay, what do we think that is? -1. Okay, number 30.
Earn money solely to support myself.
Right, so you have a family, you have parents who are still around, and you only make enough money for yourself. You don't want to help other people. What do we think? -1. Okay. 31. So there's that story of Sakyamuni, Buddha's disciple, I believe. He was, in a past life, he cultivated very well. He knew about true nature and Buddha nature, but he refused to help other people. So in this life, he had to come back and pay it back, and he became a moron in the second life, where he would hear Tao principles. It would go in one ear, and he could not remember it for the life of him. So he kept asking people for help, but nobody would help him. Right. Yeah, so then Sakyamuni Buddha told him this was because in a past life, you weren't willing to help other people cultivate in the Tao. Right? So it's important not only that we help ourselves, we help other people too. This is, what do you guys think? -1. Number 32.
Dao, but do not help others.
Right, so if, you know, we go to these other Dharma classes in other states, we say we're going to go to help, but then we don't actually do anything while we're there, right? What do we think? -1. 1, -1. Yeah. It's interesting because, you know, sometimes you don't realize how much weight something carries and how Buddhas in their eyes, they see one thing is worse than the other thing, right? Okay. Number 33. Guy, you want to read?
We say it's okay if that person does not come. Don't bother convincing them.
This one I thought was very interesting because sometimes we say, oh, you know, this person's not that interested. Let's not push. Let's not try. Don't work too hard. You know, you're gonna upset them. But sometimes we don't realize that it's important to keep trying and do our best to help this person to come receive Tao. This one, what do you guys think? Yeah, -1. She understands the game now. Okay, number 34, Eric.
Do not tie up long hair during vows.
So this is a lot for the girls, you know. We do our bows and your head's down, your hair gets everywhere. It doesn't look very proper when the Buddhas are watching us. So, you know, sometimes with very long hair you can look kind of scary, like a monster, you know.
Rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is -1. Remember, that's per instance too, so it's not just, you know, you only do it once, -1, but it's every time we keep doing the same wrong thing, right? Yes.
It seems to me that 31 is more severe than 34. It's a more serious offense, and it's the same -1.
Yeah.
To me, it should be, you know.
More?
Yeah.
I think it also depends on your severity of each event, right? So this is just a basic guideline, I believe, that what the Buddha is trying to help us, give us an idea of what we have demerits for. Yeah, so I understand, because it's a little confusing, though. It's why all -1 instead of, you know, higher. But we should, you know, kind of count our lucky stars that it's not more than -1, right? Each time we do something wrong. Yeah, it adds up. We think it's not much, but it definitely adds up. Yeah. Okay. Number 35. Do not bow accurately or properly. For example, you know, they say do 100 bows, but we only do 93 bows. You know, that's technically improper, right? So, what do we think?
-2.
-1. Okay. You want to do number 36?
Okay. Mid bows, we get up to answer the phone or the door.
This one's kind of funny. So, you know, you're at home, you're doing a bow, but you hear the phone ring, and you just get up. You're not done, but you just get up and answer the phone or the door. What do we think? Yeah, that's disrespectful to the Buddhists, because we're in the middle of it. But that's -1. Okay.
Same thing. When you do a vow, you ignore everything.
Okay. You want to do number 37, Cindy?
Do not do greeting bows, only do 3 standing bows.
So this is saying, not like, you know, when we're in class and we don't want to interrupt, then we obviously wouldn't go in the front and do our bows. We do the 3 standing bows. But it's saying, like, you go to a temple, and then other people are doing it, but we just do the 3 bows. This shows kind of like we're lazy or we don't understand proper rules and regulation, propriety. Yeah. -1. Carrie, you want to read the next one? The 38?
Read sutras, but do not spread it down.
What do we think? There's a -1. Because you're still cultivating yourself, I believe, but you're not helping others. So even though you are helping yourself, but we know we have to help others too. Okay. So 39?
Dental master lets the staff members know how to write registration form.
So a registration form is when people come to the temple to receive Tao, and then we have to fill out that piece of paper that says our name, our age. Yeah. So it's important that all staff members, everyone who knows about the Tao, that we have to know how to do all these little things, these administrative things too.
Can you write in English?
Yeah, of course, English, yeah. This is -1.
What, there's an English program?
Oh, isn't it the English? Are you talking about the 表文? Oh, no, it's gotta be Chinese, the 表文, yeah. So it's the dragon form, that dragon thing that they burn, yeah.
We had to memorize the whole thing
You're supposed to.
for a staff.
I think, because, if you go to another state or another country and you cannot bring these with us, we need to write it from memory. Is that right? So in the last temple host and lecturer class, the recording angel channeled and told two of our lecturers that they need to memorize it. They need to memorize it. Meaning that, potentially they might go to another country where we cannot bring this stuff with us, and they need to write it from the top of their head, right? So it's important that all of us, we work hard to learn all these administrative things so that everywhere we go, we can do every job. Yeah. So that was -1. Number 40, Ashley?
Do not put things back to the original place at temple.
So this saying, we come to temple, this is a communal place, and we take something and we don't put it back in the right place, so other people don't know where these things are. It becomes very disorganized and messy. What do we think?
It's -1.
-1 plus. So it depends on how many things we do, how severe the thing is, maybe. You want to ask them?
When I use temple things about more than when I use the temple things about
So number 41 is talking about how we kind of waste things. For example, we take printer paper from temple and then we decide to use it for scrap, or we throw it away. Right. So you gotta use things properly, especially in temple.
Or we make a coffee, full cup, and when we drink half a cup, and then we don't care, then we split.
And then you leave it somewhere.
Or if we drink coffee with 1 cup and we drink water with 1 cup.
That's true.
How did teacher this say?
Pointing fingers.
Or if we eat food with 1 cup and we drink soup with 1 cup. Hello, Mr. Kai.
We still use a fork, we use a spoon, right? We still use that, right?
How did teacher did mention about that? As a staff member, not just staff member, everybody, should not. He said we are so wasteful because 1 spoon we throw away, 1 fork we throw away, 1 bowl throw away. Every week we keep throwing things away. So, and then when I heard that, I just bring my own bowl and chopstick and spoon.
Then you also waste the water to wash. And it's temple water. And temple soap to wash the bowl and the chopstick. That's also wasteful.
No, but Holy Teacher says when we eat, and then the spoon is just throw away and the bowl is just throw away, that's costs a lot of money.
And it's bad for the environment too.
That does cost more than water, plus
One day in the future.
Yeah, we're gonna.
All this.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna, you'll be lucky to even have a bowl. Trust me.
Yeah, so we should find and if we think that we waste water, then we home the water. Right?
Right. So what do we think that the merit is? -1 plus. So there's more. It depends, In Chinese, this is 有过. Number 42. I think Sister Laura. So we don't come regularly to come help as staff member too, right? What do we think? -1 plus 有过. Okay. Number 43? Right, because if we upset them often, that's not filial. -10. Yeah, so that shows us how Buddhas definitely see filial piety as one of the most important conducts that we need to be aware of. Okay, number 44. So that means like we come here, we want people to give me my plate or give me water. Yeah, I want them to be hospitable to me. Yeah, I mean sometimes people don't know better, right? So they come not to learn about Tao, but to have other people give them things, right? That's -1. I mean, at least they came, right? So.
Whenever we go to other state, we should not wait for people to serve us.
Right. Right. Because we come here to learn, not just the eating is just a plus. Okay. 45. Lecturer Jean.
Do not know rules and regulations and unwilling to learn humbly.
Right. So as you know, per our temple, we have many proprieties. We have many proprieties and rules and regulations we all need to know. But, you know, maybe it's okay if you're new, you don't understand. But you've been here a while. We have to have a very humble heart to want to learn it, right? You guys think -1?
-5.
-2. Okay. Number 46. Right. So this saying, we're lucky that we're actually here because we're able to use this body to help us cultivate, help us return to heaven permanently. But we're not using it properly to help us. What do we think? -5, -1, -4. So we gotta remember this body, you know, this human life is a gift actually, that we can come and learn all of this while we still can. Okay, number 47.
So does that mean that's a super cool? We'll see.
Give up what we go and discard what we gain.
So you come here for a while, and then you learn all this knowledge, and then you disregard it. You don't want it anymore. You don't care.
-10.
What do you guys think? -10, -3. This one is -5. -5. Because we gained all this knowledge, we shouldn't just throw it away, right? Okay. Number 48.
Write incorrectly on the black.
That's definitely a -10 right there.
So this saying, like you're in the front, you're a lecturer, and you write stuff incorrectly, you know. What do you guys think? Yeah, -1. Because this is something that everybody sees, so we gotta make sure we are mindful of what we are doing. Okay, number 49.
We help on the side, but deny for the person, right? Or blackboard there.
So we see that they're writing something incorrectly, but we don't bother to help them. This is talking about a lot about, you know, when the Buddha's channel, and then we have people in the front who are trying to write the scriptures, and you see the person who's writing it write something wrong, but you don't bother to inform them.
Sometimes people inform us the wrong thing too.
So then everybody gets demerited. -1. Because we know better, but we don't help, right? Okay, number 50.
Hesitant to attend the Dharma classes.
All right. What do we think? Yeah, that includes staff members, not just, you know, right? -1. Okay. Number 51.
Do not follow or revere Tao teachings and regulations.
Right, so this also goes back to respect. Not respecting these holy things. What do we think? -1 plus. Okay, number 52. Do not cherish or revere Tao scriptures. Yeah, that's similar. This one's -1, not 1 plus. Okay, 53.
Oh, often yell at family members.
So not just your parents, but you know, people in your family. You like to don't get along with people. Minus 1 plus.
Oh, dang.
Well, it depends on the severity, right?
Oh,
You
that's
know.
true.
Okay. 54?
Think it's too difficult to listen to Tao classes. Do not consider our ancestors or offspring.
So, you know, we come to class, we think it's very tiring to sit for an hour, listen to lectures, but we don't think about how our ancestors are benefiting from it. What do we think? Minus 1. $55, Carrie?
I think Buddha memorized the scripture poems.
So this is talking about when Buddha's channel and they write these poems, these songs, and these scriptures, and those people who think this is not real, they think these Buddhas memorized, or this person memorized it. They don't believe, they don't have the faith that this is real, you know.
Why is that even a rule?
Minus 1. Number 56, Evelyn?
Okay, sleep through down.
Minus 100.
So this is also a lecture she wanted to add on that not only do we sleep through the Tao teaching, people try to wake us up, encourage us to listen, and we keep sleeping. We don't listen. Minus 1. Okay. That's, yeah, that's true. It could be your karma. So it's important that we do our best not to let the karma get the best of us. You know, if we start to sleep in class, sometimes I pinch myself. Do your best to wake up. Yeah. Let's do one more. I think time is just about up. Number 57, Ashley?
Write scripture incorrectly and do not bother to fix it.
I think this also mentioning to those who help with the scripture writing, and they type the Chinese and then they do it wrong, and they don't go back to fix it. And you know, this is something that everyone's studying, so we have to make sure it's correct. What do we think? This one is minus 2 because this is something everybody has access to and needs to study, so it has to be correct. Okay. Yeah, let's do one more until they're done too. 58. Mm-hmm.
Lazy and spend parents' money.
So this is similar to earlier, right? We're lazy and we spend our parents' money. We don't try to take care of them. We wait until they keep giving us money. What do we think? Minus 10. Oh. And it also adds on, Recording Angel also added on saying, like, we don't do our job as a human. You know, we're supposed to work. We're supposed to take care of our family. This is our responsibility, and we're not willing to do it. Minus 10, because it's not filial, right?
That's one guy, you look, right? And the parents went for vacation, and the parents give the son the house. So when parents, after vacation, when they came back, the son changed the lock, so they couldn't get in, and they become homeless.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's sad.
No heart. Yeah, so the parent was so sad.
Okay, let's do another one until they finish. Yeah, keep going. Number 59. Oh.
And then, because the parents say the government, when they die, pass away, the government will tax a lot, right? So before, they are getting old, so they give the kids, and he totally regretted. He would rather the government collect the money instead of the son collect money. He got no money. He totally broke.
It's actually interesting. In China, they have a new law. It's like called the filial law. You have to now. You will be fined or jailed if you don't take care of your parents. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. I'd like to thank everybody, and if I said anything incorrect, I ask Heaven and all of you for forgiveness. Thank you.